Before COVID-19 took over the news and shut down our studios, we taped an interview about the mysterious murder of a beautiful young woman named Kaylyn Whitaker. The 20-year-old was found dead in her boyfriend Connor's home in October 2014. At the time, Connor told police he was awakened by a gunshot and claimed Kaylyn had committed suicide.
Kaylyn Whitaker died in 2014, Halloween night, under suspicious circumstances in Martinsville, Illinois.
Kaylyn Whitaker was found dead in her boyfriend Connor Scott's home. Her family has been fighting for justice ever since.
Nobody should have to die the way my daughter did. When Kaylyn passed away, she was 20 years old. It was Halloween. 2 police officers pulled up in front of our home. They first asked Dave, "Are you Kaylyn Whitaker's father?" And he said, "Yes, sir, I am." Then I heard them say, "We're very sorry to tell you this, but Kaylyn is deceased." My first thought was, oh my God, he killed her. I collapsed down to the ground and began screaming. And that's when our nightmare began.
Kaylyn Whitaker was found with a gunshot wound to the head. They were a couple at the time. Initially, the death appeared to be a suicide.
There was no way that she would have ended her own life. Not my daughter.
Then, in a shocking twist, almost 5 years after Kaylyn's death, her case, which seemed to have gone cold, was brought back to life when her boyfriend made a gruesome confession. Connor walked into an Indiana police station and admitted to police that Kaylyn's death was not a suicide at all. She was murdered, and he was her killer.
Kaylyn Whitaker was with Scott the day she died. At first, investigators said it was a suicide, but that was later changed to homicide. And then last night, here in Danville, Indiana, case solved when a man walked through these doors at the Danville Police Department and said he did it. There's no word on why Scott may have wanted to kill his fiancé.
I don't think we'll ever get closure. She died very tragically, and that goes through my mind a lot. Nobody should have to die the way my daughter did.
She was a beautiful girl. She's the greatest thing in my life.
It's so hard to lose a child, and to lose a child to murder is the worst thing you could ever go through.
So glad to sit down with y'all, and so sorry for the circumstance. I wish we were meeting for 1,000 other reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides this, I just can't even imagine. For people that don't know, describe what happened here.
Kaylyn met a young man that she thought was going to be her knight in shining armor, basically. Connor Scott. And we loved him. Thought he was fantastic. He was a gentleman around us, good to us. He adored Kaylyn. You could just see it on his face. He just adored that girl, and she adored him. And so they started a relationship together. They were inseparable. They liked being together. It was hard keeping them apart.
And how old were they when they first met?
They were right around 19 years old.
And did you like him?
Yeah, he was real friendly, real nice, real polite. He was a good kid.
He had a lot of goals, and he was interested in being a police officer, so he was going to go into some kind of criminal background, from what I understand.
Okay, now, how long had they been dating when they moved in together?
I would say probably a good 12 months dating,
Okay.
yeah.
So they knew each other well by the time they moved in together?
Very much so, yes. And he would come to the house and pull up in this black pickup truck, and I'd watch her run through the living room and jump into his arms. She couldn't wait to see him, and he couldn't wait to see her.